If you struggle with audio recordings in Premiere Pro, this video is for you. And while it's by far not the only video on this topic, it's the only one by me. Hello and welcome here on Random Rotation. I hope you're all doing well. Before we take a closer look at the workflow in Premiere, I first want to show you the equipment that I use for my voiceover recordings. Let's start with the microphones. For a while, I was using this Rode lavalier microphone for all my on-camera situations. It is a very good microphone, no doubt. And when I was switching to a pure voiceover sequence, I used my Rode NT2A, this guy here. Both microphones are still in use, but not anymore for this YouTube desk setup recording situation. For that, I switched completely to the Rode NTG1. I'm recording this right now with it, simply because it's easier for me. And if things can get easier, I'm down. That goes directly into an audio interface. In my case, that's the Motu M2. Great interface, I can highly recommend. It's very well built and gives me two input channels that both provide phantom power, which is super important, otherwise my microphone wouldn't work. But you don't need the Motu, of course. Use whatever audio interface you like, as long as it provides phantom power. Last but not least, my headphones. Beyerdynamic DT770 Pro. I have them for a couple of years now, used them on set and here in the studio, and they never let me down. Now, do you really need all this? No. You sure can go for a much cheaper setup and get yourself some USB microphone, for instance. That also works, and you can always upgrade later. Nothing wrong with that. These are just the devices I currently use and that I'm happy with. And now, let's hop over into Premiere. There are two ways to record voiceover tracks here in Premiere. The easiest method is probably just to click on this tiny little microphone button in an empty audio track and then start speaking after the pre-roll. I speak about ducks this time. A guy with his camera and more ducks. By the way, if you hear this echo during recording, try to lower the latency in the audio preferences. But be careful and don't go too low, as that can result in dropouts. I usually work with a latency of 150 milliseconds. That caused this echo you just heard. But I don't care about it too much. I just turn down the volume for my headphones during recording. Done. We just created a voiceover track. Here it is. But wait, there is more we can do. Of course we can. If we right-click somewhere here in this empty gray space, we can open up the voiceover record settings. This little window pops up, and first we can give our audio track an appropriate name. Let's say Voice over Toby. We can see that the audio signal is coming from my Motu interface. Fine. That's how it's supposed to be. And we can change the pre-roll to, let's say, 5 seconds. A post-roll of 2 seconds is fine for me. And I'll leave the countdown sound cues off. That's a beep sound that counts down the seconds. If you like that, cool, activate it. I usually don't need that. But most importantly, we can check if the incoming signal is loud enough. If not, we can simply change that by adjusting the loudness on the interface. Once that's all set, we can close this window and start to record again. Let me quickly delete this, jump to frame 1, and here we go. And this ugly looking red sign is our indicator that Premiere is actually recording the nonsense that we feed it with. The second way to do this is over in the audio workspace. Right now there is only one audio track in my timeline, but if we need more, it's a simple right click here to add a new track. Now we need to arm the track we want to record on by clicking on this R for record. In my case, that's A1. Then we need to click on the record button, and when you see this blue outline, it's active. To start the recording, we simply click on play and Premiere will immediately start to record. Ducks, 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 guy with the camera, ducks, ducks, ducks. And those are the two ways to record voice over tracks in Premiere Pro. If you want to know where Premiere stores this data, you need to go to File, Project Settings, Scratch Disks. I tend to save everything in the same folder as my project. That works pretty fine for me, but if you ever have the need to change that, you can do that here. And that, my friends, is it for this week. I really hope you liked it. And if so, thank you very, very much. I see you in the next video. And until then, stay safe and motivated. Bye for